All right, so you ready to dive in? Today, we're going to take a look at GPX files.
Okay.
You want to know how to, convert those Google Maps routes.
Yeah.
And we've got this YouTube tutorial from BTC Biker that's going to walk us through it.
Cool.
But here's the thing. There's a blockchain connection kind of woven into the whole thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It is interesting. Okay, so in this video, BTC Biker starts off by plotting a route on Google Maps.
Okay.
Like you would for a road trip, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a day of, like errands or something like that. Multiple stops.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes into the details section
Okay.
and grabs a shareable link for the route.
Right.
Now, what's so special about that link?
Well, that link, it's like the DNA of your trip, right?
Okay.
It's got all the vital data points.
Okay.
Like all the roads you're going to take, the specific locations you've marked.
Yeah.
It's all encoded in that link.
Okay.
So it's pretty important.
Okay. And this is where he brings in this other tool, this website called maps2gpx.com.
Mm-hmm.
Pastes in the link, and boom, a GPX file, ready to download. He even shows how it works by importing it into this navigation app called MyRouteApp.
Cool.
This is cool, but I have to admit I'm still a little bit fuzzy on what a GPX file is.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's basically like a universal language for location data.
Okay.
Imagine like a text file, right?
Hmm.
Uses GPS coordinates to map out not just routes, but also waypoints, and tracks. It's essentially like a blueprint for your journey that can be read by tons of different devices and apps, not just Google Maps.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So even if I'm a diehard Google Maps user, having that route as a GPX gives me more flexibility.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got it.
You mentioned other devices. Is that like if I have a separate GPS, maybe for like hiking or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like those dedicated GPS devices that people use for hiking, cycling, or even geocaching.
Okay.
They often work really well with GPX files.
Or maybe you found an app that, caters to a specific activity that Google Maps doesn't do.
Right.
Like something more specialized.
That reminds me, the YouTuber was really into this app called MyRouteApp for planning and navigating bike routes. So it seems like there's a whole world of these specialized apps out there.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And there's a good reason for that.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to venture off the beaten path or needs some very specific features, then an app like MyRouteApp can be a total game changer.
Okay.
They often have things like, offline maps, elevation profiles, points of interest, geared towards like your specific activity.
Good.
It's about finding the perfect tool for the job, right?
Right. Now, before we get too deep into app world, I do want to point out one thing.
Okay.
The YouTuber makes it very clear that he's not sponsored by any of the tools that he's using.
Okay.
He even encourages viewers to support the maps2gpx.com website, with a donation because it is free.
Ah, that's great. I mean, that's really cool that he does that. It highlights, how content creators can build trust with their audience.
Yeah.
Transparency is super important, right?
Yeah.
Especially online where those lines between information and promotion can be blurry.
For sure. So we've covered the basics of converting a Google Maps route into a GPX file. But remember that blockchain connection I mentioned earlier?
Yes.
Well, our BTC Biker signs off with "Long live the blockchain."
Yeah.
What do you think he's hinting at? This is where things get interesting.
Well, that closing line really caught my attention.
Yeah.
It might seem kind of out of place in a tutorial about GPX files, but it actually opens up some fascinating questions about the future of mapping.
Right.
To understand what he might be hinting at, we need to think about, the core principles of blockchain, right?
Okay.
It's all about creating a decentralized, secure, and transparent system.
Yeah.
So how does that apply to maps?
So maybe he's suggesting that blockchain could help us move away from these centralized mapping systems, like Google Maps, to create something that's more, community-driven.
That's one possibility. Imagine a future where mapping data isn't controlled by just, a handful of big companies.
Yeah.
But it's instead a collaborative effort.
Right.
Where users contribute data, they verify its accuracy.
Yeah.
All secured by the blockchain.
Okay.
It's pretty wild.
That is a pretty radical idea. Okay. Let's dive a little deeper into this whole blockchain mapping connection in the next part.
Yeah, it is a fascinating concept. Think about it. A world where maps are constantly being updated and refined by the very people who use them.
Yeah.
Blockchain could provide like the infrastructure for that kind of decentralized system.
Okay. So let's say that happens. What would be the real world impact of having this, blockchain powered map? Like how would it actually change things for everyday people?
Well, first off, think about data ownership, right? When you use Google Maps or Waze, your location data is being collected and used by those companies.
Right.
In a decentralized system, users could potentially have more control over their own data and how it's used.
That makes sense. Especially with all the concerns about privacy these days.
Exactly. And then there's the issue of access.
Okay.
In many parts of the world, accurate and up-to-date maps, they just don't exist.
Right.
A blockchain-based system could empower communities to create and maintain their own maps, filling in those gaps, making navigation easier and safer for everyone.
Wow, I hadn't even thought about that. That could be incredibly impactful, especially in areas where, traditional mapping efforts have fallen short.
Yeah, it could really level the playing field. And consider this, blockchain could even make maps more resilient because the data is distributed across a network. So it's less susceptible to, outages or censorship.
That's a good point. No more getting lost because the server is down. But let's be realistic here. Are there any actual projects out there trying to do this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
There are several initiatives already exploring the potential of blockchain for mapping. One example is OAMM, which is building a decentralized location protocol.
Okay.
Another is XYO Network, which uses blockchain to create a proof of location system.
Interesting. So these projects are already laying the groundwork for this blockchain-powered future.
Exactly. They're still in the early stages, but they're tackling the technical challenges, exploring different use cases.
Okay.
It's definitely a space to watch.
Okay. It's incredible how we started with a simple tutorial on converting GPX files and ended up talking about the future of mapping.
Right.
But let's not forget about the practical side of things. We were talking about MyRouteApp and those other specialized navigation apps.
Right.
What makes them stand out from, say, using regular Google Maps?
It comes down to, tailoring features for specific needs. For cyclists, MyRouteApp might offer features like turn-by-turn navigation that takes into account bike-friendly routes, elevation profiles to plan for hills, and even integration with cycling computers.
Okay.
Hikers might use an app that specializes in offline maps, trail conditions, or points of interest relevant to, outdoor enthusiasts.
So it's all about finding the right tool for your specific adventure.
Yeah.
Whether it's a bike ride, a hike, or even just navigating a new city.
Exactly.
But going back to the blockchain piece for a moment.
Okay.
You mentioned that these independent app developers might play a big role in this decentralized future.
Right.
How so?
Well, right now, many of these apps rely on data from companies like Google.
Okay.
In a blockchain-based system, they could potentially access and contribute to a shared open-source database of mapping data.
Okay.
This could lead to a more diverse and innovative ecosystem of mapping applications.
That would definitely shake things up.
Yeah.
But shifting gears a bit, I want to circle back to those GPX files. You mentioned they're blueprints for journeys, but what kinds of information do they actually contain?
They typically include a series of waypoints.
Okay.
Which are specific locations marked by latitude and longitude coordinates. They can also contain tracks, which are recordings of your actual path, like breadcrumbs showing where you've been.
Okay, so it's not just about getting from point A to point B. It's about capturing all those details along the way.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
And some GPX files can even include elevation data, which can be really useful for planning hikes or bike rides with hills.
So are there any situations where a GPX file might be a better choice than using something like, Google Maps?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've touched on a few already, like when you're using a dedicated GPS device or need offline maps.
Yeah.
But there are other scenarios where GPX files really shine.
Like what?
Think about geocaching, for example. That's all about finding hidden treasures based on specific GPS coordinates.
Right.
A GPX file can guide you directly to those locations.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I've heard of geocaching, but never actually tried it. It seems like a fun way to explore new places.
It definitely is. Or think about sharing a customized route with a friend.
Okay.
Maybe you've discovered a scenic bike route or a hidden hiking trail.
Yeah.
You can export it as a GPX file and send it to them so they can follow in your footsteps.
Yeah, that's a much better way to share than trying to describe directions or send a bunch of screenshots.
Exactly. GPX files are incredibly versatile.
Yeah.
And they're surprisingly easy to work with, especially once you know how to convert those Google Map routes.
Speaking of which, Let's do a quick recap for our listener on how to actually do that conversion, just to make sure they're ready to start creating their own GPX adventures.
Sounds good. It's a straightforward process, really. First, you create your route on Google Maps, just like you normally would,
Great.
adding all your stops and waypoints along the way.
Okay.
Got it.
Then what?
Next, you go into the details section of your route.
Okay.
This might be tucked away in a menu or side panel, depending on whether you're using the website or the app.
And that's where the magic link is hiding? Yeah.
Exactly. In the details view, look for the option to share the link to your route. Copy that link. It's the key to the whole conversion process.
Got it. So once you have that link copied, what's the next step?
Open a new tab in your browser and head over to the website maps2-gpx.com.
Okay.
It's a free and super easy to use tool that does all the heavy lifting for you.
All right. I'm opening it up now. It looks pretty simple.
It is. Just paste that Google Maps link you copied earlier into the box on the website, hit Let's Go, and watch the magic happen.
That's it. Seems almost too easy.
It really is that simple. The website will process the data from your Google Maps link and generate a GPX file that you can download to your computer.
Okay.
And from there, the possibilities are endless.
You can import that GPX file into a navigation app on your phone, load it onto a dedicated GPS device, or even use it for things like geocaching or creating custom tours. It's amazing how something so small, like a GPX file, can unlock so much potential.
It's a great reminder that even seemingly simple tech tips can open up a whole world of new possibilities.
Yeah.
And as we've been discussing, the future of mapping itself might be on the verge of a major transformation.
It's mind-blowing to think that a simple question about converting a route could lead us to a conversation about blockchain, decentralized systems, and the potential for a completely new way of navigating the world. We've covered a lot of ground today. What would you say is the biggest takeaway for our listener?
I think the key message is that technology is constantly evolving, and even something as familiar as a map is not immune to change.
Right.
Whether it's through specialized apps, the power of GPX files, or the potential of blockchain, there are always new and exciting ways to explore and interact with the world around us.
That's a perfect way to sum things up. But before we completely wrap up this deep dive, there's one final thought I want to leave our listener with.
Yeah.
Remember that cryptic comment from the YouTuber, "Long live the blockchain"? Well, it got me thinking, what if we're like on the verge of like a whole new era of map making
Okay.
where, the power shifts from big corporations, to the hands of individuals?
Yeah.
Kind of like how the internet revolutionized communication and information sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Could blockchain do the same for like how we navigate and understand the world around us?
It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? Imagine a world where maps are constantly being updated and refined by the people who actually use them.
Yeah.
A world where we're not just like passive consumers of map data,
Right.
but active participants in creating a more, accurate, detailed, and dynamic representation of our planet.
Exactly. It's like the difference between reading an encyclopedia and contributing to a living, breathing Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
But let's take it a step further. Like, how could this impact other aspects of our lives?
Mm-hmm.
Beyond just getting from point A to point B.
The possibilities are vast, right?
Yeah.
Think about urban planning.
Okay.
Imagine city planners using, real-time crowdsourced map data to make smarter decisions about traffic flow,
Okay.
public transportation, and even the placement of like parks and green spaces.
There was a great example. Or how about disaster relief?
Oh, yeah.
In the aftermath of like an earthquake or a hurricane, accurate and up-to-date maps are, crucial for coordinating rescue efforts, delivering aid.
Yeah.
A blockchain-based system could provide a more, reliable and resilient platform for sharing critical information during these emergencies.
Absolutely. And it's not just about practical applications either. Blockchain could also foster a deeper sense of connection and community. Imagine being able to trace the footsteps of fellow hikers on a remote trail, or discover hidden gems in your city based on recommendations from people who share your interests.
Yeah, it's like having a global network of local guides, all powered by blockchain. But let's not get, too carried away with a utopian vision here.
Right.
Are there any potential, downsides or challenges to this decentralized mapping future?
Of course. Like any emerging technology, there are hurdles to overcome, right?
Right.
Data accuracy and verification are crucial.
Yeah.
We need to ensure that the information being added to these decentralized maps is reliable and trustworthy.
So how do you prevent people from intentionally adding false information?
Yeah.
Or manipulating the data for their own benefit?
That's where the ingenuity of blockchain comes in.
Yeah.
By using, cryptographic techniques and consensus mechanisms, blockchain can help to ensure the integrity and immutability of the data.
Okay.
It's not foolproof,
Yeah.
but it offers a much higher level of security and transparency than traditional systems.
So it's like having a built-in system of checks and balances.
Yeah.
To keep the data clean and accurate.
Precisely. But beyond the technical challenges, there are also social and ethical considerations.
Yeah.
Issues like privacy, data ownership, and the potential for bias need to be carefully addressed as these systems evolve.
That makes sense. We need to make sure that we're building a future where everyone benefits from these advancements, not just, a select few.
Exactly. It's a conversation that needs to happen alongside the technological development.
Well, it's been quite a journey exploring this world of GPX files and blockchain mapping.
It has.
We started with a simple question about, converting a route, and we ended up on a path that led us to, the future of how we navigate and understand our world.
Yeah.
What a deep dive.
It really highlights how even seemingly simple tech tips can spark bigger questions and lead to unexpected discoveries.
For our listener, I hope this deep dive has not only equipped you with, the practical knowledge of converting those Google Maps routes, but also ignited a sense of curiosity about the potential of blockchain and the future of mapping. Who knows, maybe you'll be one of the pioneers shaping this exciting new frontier. Thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those maps handy.